Well, welcome. I'm Wendy Patton, and I am looking forward to spending the rest of this week with you. Hopefully you got your ebook and were able to download that yesterday. It's all about how to find motivated sellers, and not just how to find them, but we're going to talk during this week. I'm going to share with you my techniques of how to actually get them begging you to buy their home. That's right. I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to find them. And so as you look through the ebook, hopefully you've already downloaded it. I've got my ebook right here that I'm going to follow along with you during this week to really dig into these topics in the ebook in a lot more detail. If for any reason you didn't get the ebook, feel free to email my staff right away. Go to support or email us at support@wendypatton.com. Now you probably are wondering, as we look at this motivation thing is, what really is a motivated seller? And there's several different types of motivated sellers. There is desperate, or what I would call distressed motivated sellers. And then there are motivated sellers that are not distressed. Now, in order to make any kind of deal in real estate and to really work out the best deal for you as the real estate investor, the seller must be motivated. It's just a matter of what type of motivation and to what level of motivation might dictate what type of solution or strategy that we would use for that particular seller. Meaning, would it be a lease option, or would we take the deed with a subject to? Would we do a land contract or contract for deed? Would we just buy it outright with a mortgage or cash? So we're going to talk a little bit about what dictates what type of motivated seller and then what to do with each one. Because for instance, I specialize in seller financing, lease options, land contracts. So those are really the types of sellers I tend to go after. But that is not the only type of seller that I'm going to buy from. So let's look at, what is a distressed seller? So if you look along, and if hopefully you've got your ebook already printed and you can follow along, there are some notes pages in the back if you'd like to use those. Or certainly just, of course, write in your ebook, do whatever you like to do for your learning style. But what we're looking at is, distressed versus motivated. So what makes a distressed seller? When I talk about a distressed seller, typically that is a seller that is financially distraught. They're losing their home. They're in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure. They're in a short sale position. Usually it's something financial. Now, a non-distressed seller, of course, finances always play in it. Everybody wants to get rid of their property to get money, but they may not need the money, and that's a non-distressed seller. Typically, a non-distressed seller might be someone who's got two properties. Maybe they've bought their new home and their old one hasn't sold yet. For instance, they've been relocated and they were able to qualify for 2 mortgages, or they got married and moved into one of the 2 properties, maybe their fiancés or spouses or significant others' property, and now they have 2 homes and 2 house payments. Landlords are great people to fall into that category. Typically, they're motivated, meaning they just want to get out of the business, they want to sell that extra home that they have, but they're not in a desperate situation. So they're unlike the distressed motivated seller. Hey, both are good, by the way. I just want you to understand there are differences between the two, and understanding those differences and being able to pinpoint what type of sellers you have will dictate that solution. Now, we're going to look tomorrow at how we find those motivated sellers. Where do I find them? And then we're going to dig into day 4 and 5. I'm actually going to make some calls for you, and I'm going to show you exactly what to say to sellers to find out how motivated they are, and you're going to listen in. See you tomorrow on day 3.